Yo, what's up everyone? Bren here, and in this video we're going to be playing as Undying, and we're against Spectre, which will be one of the main topics of this video, specifically how to lane against Spectre, and especially how to play against her in the mid game. In terms of the skill level of this game, I believe everyone was immortal. Yep, everyone was immortal, and we even have some well-known players in this game, such as Arteezy on the Clinks, we have Jenkins on the Weaver, and Pieliedie in the Wisp. This was the last calibration game, I believe, on one of my main accounts. Managed to calibrate around rank 400 immortal, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I will be focusing on the Smurf game for videos, guys, so don't worry about that. Those videos are not going anywhere. And started the laning stage as Undying against most dual lanes. You just kind of want to throw out decay and you want to run at the enemy heroes. He is a pretty straightforward hero. There really isn't too much to explain mechanically, because he's just very mechanically easy like this. I'm just running this guy down, throwing out auto attacks, throwing out decays. I'm just kind of standing here. Like if Jakiro wants to come mess with us, that's fine. Then he's gonna have to take some damage from me. Got decay up, and you don't always want to be just straight up spamming decay. You want to be doing what I'm kind of doing. I'm in the fog, and I tried to go for the double decay. I tried to hit Spectre and Jakiro. Unfortunately, I only got the Jakiro, but it's something that you want to be going for. You want to be as efficient as possible with your abilities. And Jakiro's really hurting right now. Like, he's very low on strength. Let's check. 470 HP. That's still a good amount, but he's missing 12. He's missing 12 strength, guys. Then we got Spectre. I have a lot of strength as well, so I have a lot of damage. Hit him with the decay. Stole some of his strength. We're just kind of attacking him down. Leveled up Tombstone. I'm just going to cast it just to guarantee the kill. I don't want him to escape with Dagger and then TP out or something. Has a very long cooldown. Wow. They must have changed that. 85 seconds at level 1. That's crazy. That most definitely has been nerfed over time. We're playing aggressive on the Spectre in the tower. No reason not to. De-aggroing the tower whenever I can, just by A-clicking on my own creeps. Took probably too much damage. One thing I will say is, after the kill on Spectre, I should have gotten boots. I would have been able to do a lot more harass on Spectre into the tower right there when she TP'd back. So a mistake from me. I'm getting pretty low. I just want to run back. If I get too low, I do have a Fairy Fire which I can pop. But I'm not going to use it unless I really have to. I can kind of just get back in here, help Venge. Maybe a KS, but it's not really that big of a deal. I don't think Undying getting the kills is even... I think it's actually beneficial, because you don't have any way to really kill creeps in the mid game. So a lot of the gold that you're going to be getting is coming from the early game, in terms of kills, in terms of taking towers. So just running back to base, speed up here. Picked up boots, and I go for a Bassi Ring. Bassi Ring plus CM Aura means I can pretty much just freely spam decay, and I should be getting a wand here soon. So a wand, Bassi Aura, and CM Aura. Insane amount of mana regen coming up. Kind of ran right there. A little bit of a mistake. Could have gotten an extra auto attack in on Jakiro. Throw it on the tomb. Doesn't matter though. I can afford to make some mistakes on this hero. Right here. Yeah, so when you're playing Undying as well, you're pretty much always going to be pushing the lane, because you're going to be spamming decays on the carry whenever he comes up for CS. It's just the way it is. And because you're pushing, you want to make sure that you're still harassing the enemy carry under tower whenever you can. Taking a lot of damage. Jakiro's abilities actually really hurt. It's kind of insane. But we're both kind of low. And right here we're just saying, okay, let's shrine up. And one thing is, like, in these situations I'm really greedy with my mana. It's like I'm about to shrine, so why not just use all the mana I have available? But kind of a mistake. Had to pop my Fairy Fire. I didn't have to, but I thought I was gonna die. Got very close. So we're shrining up. And this should get us, yeah, almost a full. With our double mana regen, this should be full mana by the time we get to lane about. And at this point, we just kind of want to continue to spam DKs. Spectre's actually level 4. It's a little bit surprising. But I guess we haven't been denying that much. We have been constantly pushing. I'm taking a lot of damage, as you can see. Going for an auto attack, and then backing up. Don't want him to hit me. Jakiro does go for the tombstone kill. Wow. Wow. The damage over time actually killed me. That is kind of ridiculous. But I guess that's what I get for not buying a wand earlier. If I just went to the side shop and bought a wand, I would have lived there. So definitely a mistake. Try not to do that. No. Poor Venge. But the decent thing is, though, we are giving up some comeback gold because we are ahead. And the comeback gold isn't going to Spectre because Spectre wasn't in range for either me or Venge dying. So it's not that big of a deal. Spectre does have an Aquila, though. Aquila wands. Kind of surprising. She's not doing too bad. Yeah, we're just always playing aggressively. I'm up. Just at level 4. And on Undying, you kind of have to make the decision at level 4. Like, do I want to go for a point in Soul Rip? Or do I want to go for like a 2-0-2 build? And I usually just choose the 2-0-2 build. You know, this might be a mistake in some games. But I really like this build over going for a point in Soul Rip. It wouldn't have been too bad. Usually the reason I don't go any points in Soul Rip is because Undying has mana issues. But because there's a CM in this game, could have been a viable skill choice. And one thing you don't want to like fall victim to on this hero is just kind of playing the lane too statically. You want to actually try and go for a tower kill early game and secure the enemy safe lane and just play aggressively on their jungle. Let's see, where's Spectre? Okay, so Spectre was bottom. So TP there for something. We get the Jakiro, just ran him down. Not much to say. And now we're pushing. There's no Jakiro, there's no Spectre in lane. There's no reason for us to just static farm. Like, we want to be going for these tower kills. You want to be getting tower kills against Spectre. You want to be pressuring the map. Sweet. TP from Jakiro. I don't think we saw that. Throw down my tomb. Get a double decay, which is pretty good, but we're taking a lot of damage. Most of this damage, I think a lot of that damage was from Jakiro. His damage over time is just ridiculous. I was also tanking the tower, but still. So they get a double kill there, but in exchange we get a double kill bottom. Now we're TPing back top. We want to just continue to play aggressively. Picked up a bracer. It's just good for the stats. Some people will go like straight for a mana boots. I think that's a mistake. You don't really get that much gold on Undying, and if you go for mana boots right away, you end up just being too squishy in a lot of situations. Like going for a double, I would go for a double bracer instead of going for a mana boots rush. And of course I can easily get away with it with CM in this game on my team. We're pushing. So Pugna is top. Pugna's playing very smart. He took the mid tower and he just immediately rotates to another lane. Decides to come top. Very free tower. We get the safe lane tower. We can just continue to pressure Spectre. He has to be very safe up here now. We have the potential to just have complete ward control. And I'm like, let's just do this. I think we were gonna go and smoke ink mid, but there's nobody showing. And I was like, fuck it. I just ping top again. Let's just kill this guy. Swap. Decay and Tombstone. And we get him. So just like that. And you know, Spectre isn't a bad player, but it's just kind of one of those things. Once your safe lane tower is lost. Oh, is this Demon? Okay, so Spectre might be Demon. So there's actually a lot of high rated players in this game. But he's not a bad player by any means. But it's just a very easy thing to do, to just fucking die when you lose your safe lane tower. Because you want to farm, and it's not like you can go to the off lane. Especially since we have a Clinks down there. Stun the Jakiro. He's taking a lot of damage. Jakiro took so much damage from Ward right there. I'm dead. I'm dead. It is what it is. Doesn't matter too much. We got the tower. We got at least some trade kills, and we're continuing to pressure the map. You will die sometimes going for these tower push strats, but it is definitely less than ideal. Pick up a headdress. I think someone on my team was telling me not to go mech and telling me to go Yules or something, and that didn't really make sense to me. If you're against a Spectre and you have a 5-man lineup like this, mech is still a really good item. Like, you want to be pushing high ground ideally in a game like this. And mech is still one of the best items for it. Like, I don't know what a Yules would have really done. So I was like, fuck that, I'm not going to take that advice. I'm just going to go straight for the mech. I blow everything there. Yeah, I mean, they're just fighting. They're fighting on top of Ward. They're fighting on top of Tombstone. So this is a really hard fight for them to take, even though they got 2 kills in exchange. But we're gonna get. But it was a 2 for 3, and we're gonna be getting this tower. Maybe. We might not get this tower right now. That Weaver. The Weaver pick was really good for them, because we really don't have any disables for him. Like, we have Avenged Sun, which he can just Sakuchi and run away. We have CM, but CM is so slow, and it's not a real stun. Weaver can just time lapse out of Frostbite. So we really do need to end this game. If Spectre gets big, that's gonna be a problem. If Weaver gets big, that's gonna be a problem. Because of our lack of disables. And we're just kind of pub training down here. We don't have a good gank lineup. So we just need to be 5-manning these towers. When Invis Tiny, I die. He kills me for that. But I don't really know if it was... Definitely don't think it was worth it. I got my Tombstone down anyways. That's all that I really wanted to do. Yep. And then here we have the Weaver just cutting the lane, which is what he should be doing. He should be doing this for the rest of the game. Until we start pushing high ground. So we have really no way of dealing with him. Unless Arteezy on Clink goes for like an Orchid. But he's not. He's going for a Manta, which I like. It's a good build. And we're just constantly running from lane to lane to pressure towers. Got an engagement. Invis Tiny again. Kills Venge. Pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Ooh, they don't manage to get the Weaver. Maybe. No, it's not happening. There's no way. It's too hard of a kill. Get Jakiro mid. And we just want to keep pressuring. One thing I will say is sometimes you want to throw down your Tombstone preemptively. Especially if there's an invis hero such as Tiny that can just blow you up. So I do it here. Just throw down the Tombstone. Even tank some tower shots. Why not? Weaver's TPing in. I just ulti. Fuck it. Like, I'm just using everything. Yeah. He just dies like that. Oh, the damage. Jakiro has been just destroying me this game. It's actually ridiculous. A good item this game would have been just to pick up a casual cloak. Or maybe make a pipe my item of choice over the mech. Would have been pretty good. But kind of set on the mech at this point. Spectre even goes for a Blade Mill. TPing back mid. I mean, like I said, guys, this is a very, very basic hero. You can't gank. So if you get into a stalemate type of game where everyone's just kind of farming the map, you really don't offer much as a hero. You pretty much just become a non-factor for your team. You know, you can defend towers pretty well, but the enemy team isn't a hero. The enemy team isn't a team that necessarily wants to be going for 5-man pushes. You know, they're cool to just play a stalemate game because they have the Weaver, because they have the Spectre. So in this type of game, the only way that I'm going to be useful as an Undying is if I'm continuously pushing and just maintaining pressure. And the same goes for Pugna as well. I heal Pugna just in case. Does it save him? No, it doesn't save him. But I tried. Could have popped my buckler, actually. That little bit of armor might have given him enough time to get off maybe one more spell, but not a big deal. Ooh, see him. I have heal. Oh, he dies too. Unfortunate. We have the Venge coming in. Venge can definitely swap and stun. He tried for it. That's exactly what I had in mind. Swap the Tiny and then go for the stun on the Wisp. Doesn't work out, but it's a good attempt. I would have made the same exact play. Still have a heal. Throwing it out. And I'm just too low. Like, I have to back up. And Undying with no mana is pretty much useless unless you have an insane amount of stacks going for you. Ouch. There's... Okay, Weaver dies. I'm so low. Spectre, I need to keep running. Nice. So I live for now. Very good, very good. Let's see. Oh, I most definitely live there because of my level 10 talent. The 8 health regen. I'd say almost always go for 8 health regen, guys. Unless you're completely dominating a game. But even then, this is going to be able to push your advantage more. Because you're more tanky. Let's just speed up. Healing up. Okay, so yeah. So I TP'd mid and they're just straight to a team fight. Let me actually go back. Kind of missed that. But go back a little bit farther. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we're TPing in. I just want to catch this. So I go for a mech and a double bracer. I mech there trying to save CM, but it was too late. Just throw it on the tombstone. You know, not a very hard hero, as I said, guys. You throw it on your abilities and you just kind of run at people. And then you want to be healing your teammates whenever you see that they are under threat, as I've been doing, kind of unsuccessfully. But I'm trying. Triple kill for Clinks. Very good. And we're just going to push. Threaten high ground at the very least. Maybe we can get a buyback. A Spectre and a Weaver can't really do too much against us. And we have 4 heroes here. But they are respawning soon. Very good play by the Weaver, actually. What he did was he just used his beetles to delay the creeps and buy time. So very smart play. But this tower is taking a lot of damage. I don't have Tombstone up yet. Just pinging it to the team as well. I have a mech. I have a heal for this guy if he gets low. I heal him. He gets tossed back though. Like I can't save anyone. Unfortunate. You know, if only I was in range for mech. I'm not saying that would have saved him, but he might have been able to get off at least a spell, which would have made it worthwhile. I'm back now. I have a heal up. I have a bunch of HP going. Even if I die, you know, I'm using up a lot of their time. I still have the tombstone going down. So it's not like I'm completely useless. Ooh, okay, that was weird. Okay, I remember and people were flaming Venge for that play. But it worked out. It worked out. That happens. Ooh, close. Get some. Very good. Let's see if Jakiro goes for an outplay here. Yep, he does. Very good. This Jakiro's pretty good. Also, Jakiro seems just like a very strong hero right now. Like his spells are just ridiculous in my opinion. They do a lot of damage, and it seems like the range on them has just been buffed to insane levels. But I could be wrong. Throw down my tombstone, ulti, mech, preemptively, heal Arteezy. Now I want to keep him alive. I'm just sitting here. I have a wand, double decay. I'm gonna die again, but I did what I needed to. I ran at them with my ulti. There's a bunch of zombies everywhere. That's just kind of zoning them back, and Pugna's gonna be able to do some damage here. They're healing up now. Just go on Pugna's position. See what he's doing. Ooh. Pugna's ward. He can throw it down. He does. Yeah, this is going to be a dead Rax. Just going to Q it down. I think that Q missed, actually. Maybe it didn't. Spectre's coming back in. Ooh, that was strange. Cancelled the ulti. But I think that was a good cancel. He knew that he had Blade Mail. Ooh. There we go. He just gets popped. Now I'm finally back in the fray. TP's on cooldown, but I'm running there, guys. Very slow hero, no mobility. And I'm kind of going straight into a Greaves. It lowers the cooldown on the Greaves. Or on the mech rather, on the activation part of it. And it gives you that aura when you get really low on HP, which gives you even more health regen, and it gives you that armor. So it's a pretty good item. Like, it's a very good extension to mech. But another good choice would have been just a pipe, of course. Just ulting. I have my mech. Should be popping it here. I do. And I have a heal. Let's see. I'm just going to heal myself. Still have the tombstone down. I'd definitely say that was a mistake what I did right there. A little bit overzealous. But we do get some tower damage. I could have played that much better. Just thrown the tombstone back in front of their base. And we could have just slowly sieged it instead of me just running at it with ulti. Let's see, do we go for Roche here? No. I think we were pinging Roche, and then Arteezy was like, "Fuck that, let's just go top." And then everyone was like, "Yeah, let's just push." No detection. Oh, yep. And he's dead. That's a big kill. It's 70 seconds on Jakiro, and that's one of their main D-push. And that is the hero that has just been destroying me as well. So I'm going to be throwing up a tombstone. It could have been a little bit higher up, but still not a terrible position of it. Buyback on Jakiro. Go for a nuke on Wisp. And there's just zombies everywhere. There's a ward down. They're taking a lot of just AoE damage. Just residual damage from everything. Every time they cast a spell, the zombies are hitting them as well. It's hard to fight into our lineup. Yep. And at this point, the game is pretty much over, guys. Here is just a score screen, and I'll put a link to the I'll link the match ID in the comments if you want to check it out. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.